I've seen every way to sign someone up. I've seen, there was one time there was something called the tour, right? And it was simply you walked them around and you said certain things and it led them right into the office and you signed them up. You can sign any number of people up, okay, with any method. I mean, I'm sure people every now and then at your school, they walk in and go, hey, I want to sign up for martial arts lessons. And you're like, really? That's it? I mean, you don't say that hopefully, but they just go, we want to sign up. You don't have to do anything, right? Okay? But there's some ways that work better than others. And especially when you remember our goal is to sign up 80% of the people that come in and to get $195 from them immediately and sell a $129 equipment package immediately, or take them straight to black belt training and get $329, or get a $1,300 paid in full or a $4,000 paid in full. When you understand that those are some of the goals of signing someone up, well, now the procedures to do that become totally different, right? So you got to understand the goals that we're achieving. At this location last night, Mr. Derek signed up 2 students that went straight to black belt training. Okay, now that's exciting. That means he did a good enough job in the program director's office with his 2-lesson trial program that those parents committed to 36 months of training and set the goal for their child to become a black belt on their second visit here, and they never stepped onto the classroom floor. Okay? And that happens throughout the premier martial arts world in all of our schools. I would guarantee every day somewhere that's happening. Okay? It's not going to happen a ton, but it's going to happen 20 to 30% of the time probably of all your sign-up procedures. And guess what? Some of those people will pay the memberships in full. That means they took the 2-lesson trial program, they committed to 36 months of training immediately, and they paid the $4,000 in full. Okay? That right there alone can affect your average gross revenue every month tremendously when you have a program director in your studio that knows these systems that can do that. Imagine only one black belt training paid in full just from the intro procedure a month adds an extra $4,000 plus the $329 equipment package to your overall gross revenue. I mean, that would be huge. That's huge for any school, right? But that would be really huge for a lot of schools to embrace those types of things, okay? But still today, still with my own clients that's been with me forever, when I have conversations with them, and maybe we're not even talking about introductory procedures, but I mean, I'm listening to what's being said, and then all of a sudden I go in my mind, oh, well, guess who doesn't do 2-lesson trial programs then? You know, you're talking about something else, but I figure you don't do 2-lesson trial programs, all right? And oh, guess you can't be getting any down payments. When I just ask you what your tuition billing check is, and then I ask you right now, currently, what's your average gross revenue, and those two numbers are extremely close, that means there's no cash coming in. If there's no cash coming in, that means no down payments, no paid in fulls, no upgrading. That tells me everything, right? So the program director's position is the position to make this happen. Whether Mr. School Owner's doing both of these positions or he's trained someone else to be one of those key people. But the number one tool we have is an organized introductory procedure where the benefits of a great introductory procedure is, one, we control the situation. We're not taking the student and throwing them in class. A lot of things can happen. What if it's a 5 to 7-year-old and you forgot about Tommy, crazy Tommy, that at any moment can have an outburst and totally ruin your class? You didn't think about that all of a sudden. And sure enough, Tommy was having one of his days and he just let it go. And it totally, now the parent sitting there watching goes, man, this is crazy. This guy doesn't have control of his student. Whatever she may perceive, okay? What happens if the little dude in his first class accidentally gets punched and kicked because of a drill? Maybe the line drill was happening and the other kid turned the wrong way and went whack by accident. Wow, I got punched in the nose my first martial arts class, and now he's crying. Try to overcome that during the sign-up procedure, right? You don't have the situation in control. With a good introductory procedure, we're saying certain things for certain reasons. Sometimes we're saying things more for the parent that's sitting there listening than we are for the student. But what we're saying for the student is good for the student. All right? It's a cohesiveness that happens, as we're teaching the organized introductory procedures. So we're in total control of his experience, what's being said. Okay? We're building tons of rapport. Building tons of rapport with the family. We've got all kinds of customer service steps happening during our 2-lesson trial program. Okay? We're confirming the call the night before. We're greeting the parents and the child at the door. We're putting them in their crisp white uniform. We're taking them into an area where we've set aside time just for them. We're taking them through the introductory procedures where we're teaching them the basic moves of martial arts, the punches and kicks. We're showing them and we're tying in the mental benefits for the parents. We're getting the kid to be super still. We're getting him to key out loud, right? He's earning his white belt. He's saying, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, immediately within seconds of our training. Our goal in that introductory procedure is to turn the student into a martial artist right in front of the parents' eyes. Okay? So we confirm the call the night before. They memorize the first line of the student creed. Okay? We've done lots of things to make this experience exciting. We're proving to the family that this child has what it takes. And sometimes we do such a good job, like Mr. Derek did this week, we prove that not only do this child has what it takes to study martial arts, but this is a martial arts prodigy that should commit to black belt training today, right? All during the 2-lesson trial program, okay? So it gives us a control of the situation, lets us build a lot of rapport. When you're when you're presenting the option to sign up for 36 months, the parents have to reasonably like you. If they don't like you, whoever your program director is, if they come across smelly, slimy, stupid, I'll just throw out the S words, whatever they are, they're not going to commit to that long because there's too much uncertainty, because they're not sure about you. You seem a little shady, right? So we might sign up for 6 months to see what this is about. I'm not committed. I'm not paying you $4,000 for you. Your program directors are your very first line they're the face of your martial arts school at first. They're the first contact with the new student, okay? So, control the situation. We're building tons and tons of rapport. Those are two benefits of the 2-lesson trial program. We've set the student up for success, okay? I don't even know why I'm writing this, because I can't read it and you can't read it, okay? We set the student up for success, meaning that they're a little comfortable with the classroom floor now. They know their little set stance. They've seen jab cross and front kick and side kick, right? They are key-eyeing, so at least when the other kids key-eye, they know what to do and how to say it, right? They're key-eyeing. So it sets them up for success and eases them into the normal class, right? We don't want to throw them into a situation. Imagine, like some people still do. You just take the kid, put a uniform in him, or some people don't even put a uniform on him anymore. They just put him in the class and let him try it. I mean, the kid's looking around, and especially if it's a crowded class. And I just can't believe that is the method of people choose to build their finances of their school and for their new sign-up procedures. And then finally, frankly, the next benefit is we make more money, period. I've been to more martial arts schools than I actually want to have gone to, okay, over the years. And I can tell you that someone that has haphazard introductory procedures, okay, let them try the class and then let them talk to the front desk person. They're not even some schools speaking to an instructor or any real professional in the martial arts industry. They try the class and see if the front desk lady can sign them up, right? If schools that don't have an organized introductory procedure, what we run as a 2-lesson trial program, frankly, cannot possibly make the money that a school that does a 2-lesson trial program. It is not possible. I have never seen it happen. Okay?